Hi everyone, back for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. This is where I ended off. I have got my leaf all stitched together. Got my piece that can be broken into two pieces to cover my book inside the leaf so it doesn't look, let me get this out the way. It's been quite the harrowing week, so I'm a bit behind. Harrowing, Nora's mum passed away, so I've had a lot of looking after I've been doing, as well as looking after my daughter who was super stressed about finding a place to live, plus on top of that having a partner. So I lost it. I lost it this week. I lost it. I had a meltdown and I am just now taking it very easy and trying to look after myself. So the leaf, I have done some experiments with the acrylic, so that's okay. Here's where I've got to with my little birdie nest. Now, I know I started thinking it's going to be neat and tidy and it's going to be like a actual journal that someone out in the field might do, a field notes journal. And I know when I ended up doing this, that as a bulb, that I realised I just can't do it. It's simple. It's just simple. Can't do it. I've got to try and be true to myself so as it's my work and looks like something I might make and looks like something that is relatable to my style, I guess, whatever my style is anyway. So underneath there's a bit of old, I'll show you, it's a little bit of quilt that was coming apart. I've used one of my crocheted pieces as a nest for, this was from my mermaid backdrop. I was making these, as you can see up this way, like underwater sort of corally type of thing. So but they're still going. I've still got lots of them, but I saw it and went, oh, you know what, I'm putting that in. And then I thought, well, I'm going to put something in the nest. So I cut this bit of beautiful old fraying quilt into the top bit. Looks like a bird. I've roughly sewn an eye and a beak. I haven't done much more. It should be more figurative, but it's not. And there's my little bird in the nest. I'm still thinking, I have been thinking still about, what is this? See, I've got a lighter one. I mean, I could. No, save it for later. This, let's see, I know I've started some with that one. Here's one that hasn't been used or isn't in use, and I need. So I'm apologies ahead of time. I am still a bit all over the place after that particular week. And the only word I can use is harrowing. Harrowing is the correct word. All right, I've got a needle and thread. I just can't imagine. It's very difficult for someone to lose a parent when they're in a totally different country and they don't know anyone and they don't, well, she speaks the language reasonably well, but I just feel, you know, I really feel for her. So yeah, it's been a full-on week. Funny how these weeks you can go, oh my goodness, another thing, oh my goodness, another thing. Boom, 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 one, then one, then one, then one, and oh my goodness, it was supposed to be a good week going out to visit Mum, and that had its problems, and oh, I just don't know what was going on this week. Anyway, and then it all turned around. Now this is what I'm thinking. It all turned around. Well, obviously Nora still has to go through the grieving process, but Lily found a place. No, I didn't want her to be as far away as she is, but there you go. She's found a place in Elwood. And so yesterday, after all the crap for the week, we decided to go and look for fridges because she's got a microwave. The place has got a washing machine, which is great. She just doesn't have a fridge, so we're thinking that she might have to get one of those. Well, she definitely has to. So we had a little bit of a day yesterday shopping, and that changed my mood. Not because I was spending money, but just she was calm because she'd got a place so we could hang out, and it was lovely. Let me just get this end. Only need to single stitch. Just a couple to make it look a bit like twigs. Just couching them on. And I would sort of get them in a better order if I was sewing them to the back, but I'm not stitching them to the back. I just want them on a bit. Did I? Yes, I did. Oh, see, all over the place. I did press go. I was this morning. I thought, I'll get up early, I'll get some money out the bank, and I'll go to the D-Stash market, and that'll cheer me up too. And then I just went to the shop, and there's, I don't know if anyone knows, in Australia, there's a bit of an egg crisis because there was the bird flu, and so many birds have to be, the chickens had to be put down from this bird flu thing. And so there's permanently at the local shop, there's actually no eggs. And I'd done an order because I thought, I just think I'm going to get distracted and not get round to it. So I'll just do it online. You know, you're lucky you can get it delivered. It's $2 or $4 depending on the day and the time. I mean, you know, if you want prime time, it's a lot more. But anyway. My eggs that I ordered didn't come because they didn't have them. So this morning I just popped up there, and there was, usually on a shelf there's so many eggs, and they didn't have any. Like, there was just one box of organic eggs, which is okay, I'm happy to get them, but $2 more a set of 12. That's the way it goes. But isn't that amazing? Because I do eat meat, and I do eat chicken and salmon. They're my two favourite things, but I don't have a lot of red meat. So I sort of rely on eggs as a main source of protein, really, because I don't want to have salmon every day, and I don't always have. Sometimes I'll just buy a ready roasted organic chicken and have that. But anyway, eggs is my sort of staple go-to protein. So it's just weird in Melbourne at the moment. So there was only like about, out of a shelf that would normally be packed full to the top of boxes after boxes, so many different varieties, all of that. There was one box with about 8 cartons, 8 cartons, 12. That's it. That was all that was there. Isn't that amazing? Things we go through. It's like COVID all over again in the toilet paper saga. Except it's eggs. I mean, you can always cook some chickpeas if you need to. All right, I'm thinking about this little bird. Bits are coming off. Not sure. I wasn't too fussed. It doesn't, he or she, possibly a she, if there's some little eggs in there, does not need anything below the nest line, I don't think. Okay, I like this fluffy bit sticking up, and now I'm thinking, you know what, there needs some behind there. All right, put a bit more. A few more, and then we'll get over to that leaf and see where we're at with that. So yeah, it's a weird week. I mean, you're allowed out and you're allowed to the shops, but it's almost, with all the crap that happened this week, it's almost like COVID all over again. I don't know what's going on. What's going on in the world? Okay, let's get some of these twiggy, fluffy bits up the back here. Probably didn't need that. That's actually a pocket. So I could put this behind here. I made 2 pockets. Don't know why. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right, so I think these can go along the top of this pocket. How about that? And then I'll keep it so it's actually still a pocket. So how was everyone else's week? Oh, I hope everyone else's week was just so much better than mine was. I hope so. And obviously mine wasn't as bad as Nora's, but these things happen. What else? I thought, I just wanted to suggest one of the most beautiful bird nests I've seen in this prompt is from My Cottage Crafts, from Jeanette. Hello, Jeanette. And go and check it out. I'll put a link below, because her bird's nest is just, the branch is gorgeous. And the ideas she had. And also, someone else had a book that I'd never seen that was a really great book. Becca from Willow Tree Hill, I think. I put hers because that book was really, really lovely idea. Beautiful drawings and watercolours for field notes. So Becca does some absolutely, both Becca and Jeanette do very, the opposite to my work, very fine, detailed, with lovely little stitches. So it's really enjoyable. You know, it's enjoyable when someone does something that's just a bit different to your work, because you go, oh, I don't have to work in the same vein. I can just enjoy that it's a different style. It's like going to the art gallery. Everyone has different styles. Okay. I think I like leaving a bit of that out. Now, is there enough room? I think I've couched down a little bit of that. Will I be able to fit my bird in? Or will I put it behind? Let's see, how does it look? It kind of looks like it should be in here, but maybe it's on a branch behind the nest and we can put something in here. I don't know if I want to make eggs or not. Let me just cast this off. So now that Junk Journal July and July postcard play is finished, I'll have much more time for stitching. Put that in my Ort jar. Got a good, look at my Ort jar, it's a good size. It's full. Gonna have to do some stuff with that. Okay, let's think about this. I don't like, now that I've got that bit of quilting as the backing and I can see that without it having a purpose. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just enjoying myself. I'll put that in there. Yes, so I was watching Kate's video the other day and she said, I'm an intuitive worker, and I thought, correct. That's exactly what I do. Same. So okay, that's my bird for now, but that's my nest for now. I might think of something during the week. Now I'm freed up a bit more, but let's put that aside for, okay, I don't need my leaf yet. Still doing some experimentation. I'll just put my tub to the side, resting precariously on a whole heap of stuff. And that's just the way it is. All right, so here's my little experiments. So first, I hadn't mixed the water. No, this was first. I hadn't mixed the water properly, and then I rinsed it to see whether the colour came out. And then I dunked it again, and I thought, oh no, I haven't rinsed it. I've just let it dry. I can probably heat set it. It's acrylic. I didn't use dye per se because I just think it's in a book. It's not, I don't know, it's not going out in the weather and stuff. Well, it might, but probably more likely to sit on my shelf. So that was this hooker's green. It's a very dark green. Hooker's green. I don't know why that looks like hooker's green or why they'd call it hooker's green. And here's a lighter one that I did. This is the light green in Montmartre. So very cheap. Montmartre is a kind of a cheap version, and I kind of rinsed that out before I realised I probably should have kept the water in the jar. But I've got the water in the jar from this one, and basically I just went squirt in that much water and dunked it in, and that's the result. So I wanted to do one more little experiment. I've got a green. This is brown and like ink black. So I thought I had a few more greens in the Inktense pencils, but that's okay. So my experiment will be, firstly, just to see, am I on screen? If I do like a big drawing of a leaf, now I'm going to be in trouble because I didn't get a little bottle of water and a paintbrush. All right, so this is one idea, is to draw like this. And another idea is I've got to squirt a bottle. I'll do it on this one, just to get it wet first. So this is my experiments to work out, once I've dyed my leaf, what colour and how I'm going to work with it. So this is wet, so now I'm thinking this will activate the pencil. It looks more green, doesn't it? But it might be more green when that's wet. I'm just doing it loose. I'm not fussy, it's a practice tester, especially this one. This will probably just be thrown out. So that's drawing on wet. Now, I did find my Inktense blocks. And thought I should also see how I go, doing a little bit of a colour in. Basically, I'm really finding what's going to work for creating the leaf shape on the cover. What I like. I like seeing how it looks with the wet on, you know, the wet. Let's see how the pencil draws over. Got a few yellowy greens as well. So my idea was that I could use my cover and really go to town on it. So this is my Inktense pencil or block onto wet. Now, This is on to dry. So let's see if I can get sort of a bit of a render happening, a bit of a sketchy thing happening, and see how it turns out if I add water and activate it. So the Inktense are really great. They'll you can do a drawing like this, but once you put a wet paintbrush to it and then it dries, it's activated and set. The other thing is I'm doing this dry effect on the light one and the wet effect on the dark one, and I already feel I don't like that. I already feel that's very murky and muddy, but I like this lighter colour, and I like that I can get these bits of colours in here. However, it might be destroyed if I wet it. Let's see what happens if I do a spray on it. I've just done a half a spray. I have got I've got a watercolour pen. I've got look here, I've got one of these. So that's a bit wet on the surface. So that can give a bit more fine detail. This one's actually a bit, it's like it needs a little bit of air or something to get the water out. All right, so for me, I'm thinking now, actually, I think I've got another one. That one's, doesn't feel like it works as well, that one. Oh, this is better. That runs much better. I've already decided I prefer this for the colour of the cover. I think I like being able to blend in the line work. I mean, in the end, I don't think this is going to look too different from just giving it a spritz. So that's, this part here is the spritzed bit. And this part here's just the, you know, the tip of the water, the brush with water. Yeah, no, I don't like that one at all. That looks like kindergarten. Bye-bye. In the bin. Put it in the bin. This isn't really going to be used. However, I think that what I might do is save it, and it can go in the book somewhere. And I think when this is dry, I'll be quite happy. Does this cut? If I do the whole cover in this lighter colour, this is probably going to fray. I have not put any backing on it. It is a really nice linen, but it will fray. If I make a couple of those, I think I'm going to be able to use them as decoration. Right. You can go on the precarious hill over there and move these. I feel like I've got to dry that off a bit. Oh my goodness, people. Okay. Now, I've always wanted my book, let's put it this way, because it curls in a bit. I was thinking about this at 2 a.m. this morning while I was lying awake. When this is shut, if I'm going to do a leaf, let's find a gum leaf. There's an example. Just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's got the little gum nut and the leaves. On a leaf, one side looks different than the other. It's like that's the outside, and then the underside is a little bit more pronounced, that little ridges here. And I'm thinking this is where I think that this is the inside of the leaf, because if I make the design so it looks like the inside of a leaf here, I just feel like you're not going to want to, like, you know what I mean? Like if you've got it like this and you know this is the inside of the leaf, that's the way you're going to fold it. But if it's upside down and this looks like the outside of a leaf, you're going to fold. It's going to be weird. It even feels weird to try and do it on the leaf because it's going to crack. So I think that it's a bit more bendy this way. So I think that the inside of the leaf design has to be here. Okay. All right. So my first job will be, my first job, I was going to say my first job might be to dye it, but I was just thinking maybe my first job is to stitch a seam through the middle. And I looked at my embroidery flosses in the lounge as I was bringing the stuff in here, and I thought I should get them. And then I thought, no, I won't need them. Now I'm thinking if I had them here, I could do that. Anyway, it has been a week. Yeah, so this is a short one. I'm just playing catch up now and trying to get this leaf done as well. And I did have one day this week where I really got into cleaning up and throwing out stuff and getting some of my junk journal stuff in a bit better order, because I've mostly been stitching and I miss junk journaling and I loved it this month. I loved it. All right, so that's it for me for today. I'll dry this off camera, and thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.